Now, I don't know if off-grid living is really the right way for me to go. I'm a little bit concerned, mainly the fact that I don't know anything about electricity. Hello world! Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for stopping by my channel and watching this video. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, my name is Mickey. I live in the great state of Texas with my dog Buckshot, and I'm on a homestead journey. Here on my channel, you get to connect with me and Buckshot and follow our story from the beginning. I don't have property yet. I'm just starting to really look earnestly. I found a real estate agent that I'll be working with, and although I've been looking at a lot of different properties online, I haven't yet actually gone out on site and looked at all the various properties and their amenities and really kind of settled on which property is best for us. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for joining me. If not, I hope you'll consider joining me and following Buckshot and I on our journey. I promise you it'll be an entertaining one, and hopefully we'll learn something together. I've really enjoyed watching the other homesteading YouTubers out there, watching their stories develop, seeing how they end up building their gardens and the harvest that they bring in, watching them raise their chickens and goats and pigs. But today in particular, I want to talk to you about a comment stream that I was having with Zoom from the adventures of Zoom and Bettie. If you haven't seen their channel, I'll leave a link down in the description below. But in one video in particular, I think it was their last one, Zoom talks about how they are looking for their homestead property and planning on being off-grid. Now, I don't know if off-grid living is really the right way for me to go. I'm a little bit concerned, mainly the fact that I don't know anything about electricity and how that all works. It's one of those things that could develop into a real headache, and while I don't really want to take on any debt, and it would be wonderful not to have a bill hanging over my head, what's going to be the cost of setting all that up? How do I know exactly how much energy I'm going to need? Will I have a well? Hopefully. Will I have a water catchment? Absolutely. I plan on harvesting as much rainwater as I can for both the gardens and anything else that I might need, animals, who knows. Maybe with the well I'll be 100% free of water bill, but I just don't know if really 100% off-grid is going to be a way that I can go. I have seen a lot of great videos on the power systems. The panels themselves, there's lots of people doing reviews on solar panels, on the cabling. I haven't yet delved into the research on batteries for storing power, and we do have a lot of sun. There's, unless you're out in far west Texas, there's not a lot of mountains that are going to prevent you from having sun. So it's more about how much, what amount of trees are on your property, and are you going to have to cut out some space so that you have more hours in the day of sunshine. Cloud cover isn't such a big deal here. There are going to be plenty of days that we have cloud cover, but for the most part, we have a lot of sunshine. Something else I haven't looked into, but may be applicable here, is a wind turbine. We do have quite a bit of wind in this part of Texas, central and southeast Texas. I think it's applicable. Water, probably not so much. I don't expect that there'll be a river on the property that will have continuous running water that I can make use of, but there may be some other generator type power that I could take advantage of. I just haven't looked into it yet. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen anyone with any videos on wind turbines. I think I saw something at one point about some blades, so there may actually be a lot of videos out there, and some people are doing it on their homesteads that I'm just unaware of. If you are using wind, or you just feel differently about using solar power, I hope that you'll leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. So as I mentioned, I really kind of got started on this topic as I was commenting back and forth with Zoom. So Zoom, tag, you're it. I hope that you'll put a video together and talk a little bit about what your requirements are for off-grid power and what you're thinking. I'd be interested in finding out how many people out there are really kind of living a 100% off-grid life, and how they're how they're dealing with cooking, how they're dealing with power for their internet access. If they're YouTubers, they've got to be uploading videos some way, and 4G doesn't really cut it with a high quality video either stream or upload. I mean, I've got great internet here and it's still taking me quite a long time to upload a decent video. Honestly though, I think the biggest concern for me is air conditioning and running freezers and refrigerators. I've got to be able to store weeks and weeks and weeks worth of chicken and pork and beef as well. Yes, there's only 52 weeks in a year, and if you want to have chicken once a week, that's 52 chickens. But how are you going to keep 52 chickens in one freezer? And freezers take up a lot of power. Personally, I eat chicken more than once a week, so it might actually be well over 100 chickens in a year that I'll eat. I make Buckshot's food from scratch as well. He eats a chicken, probably 1.5 chickens a month, because I like to add a little extra meat to his meals right now. So freezer space is at a premium. So for now, I guess that's it. I'll leave it here. The jury's still out on whether I can live off-grid. I'm keeping my mind open, and I'm keeping all my options open. I am still looking for property, and of course, the cheapest property is raw land. So a lot of places that I'm seeing right now don't have electric and wells and septic already on the property. So please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know your thoughts on off-grid living, especially in regards to solar power. If you're using wind turbines or some other type of power generation system, please let me know. Reach out to me. And don't forget, happiness is the new wealth. Tell me.